What's up, guys? It's Luke from Big Game Pursuit, and this video today is going to be about my Canada bear hunt. This was definitely my most exciting hunt I've had, and I'm just going to walk you guys through it and what I did while I was up there. So let's get into it. So a guy I do taxidermy with asked me if I wanted to go on a bear hunting trip with him, and I said yes. So we left June 2nd around 3 a.m., and we headed up to New York, where we were going to meet two other hunters. And we talked to them for a while after we met them there. And then we got back in the trucks, headed up to Saint-Terre, Quebec. When we were going up, we actually got a call from the camp owner. And he said that the camp got shut down because there was forest fires everywhere around there. And there was smoke all in the sky. So we actually had to stop at a gas station, stay there overnight. And the next day, all we did was call around places to find another camp. When we were calling, finally the last camp we called had spots open for us to go hunt there. So after we found this camp, we had to wait for the other 4 hunters to come up and meet us. And once we met them, we started making our way to our new camp in Cadillac, Quebec. The new camp was called Camp Dennis, and it was about 2 hours away from where we were at. So we were on our way there. Once we got there, we unpacked all our stuff into our cabin, and then the rest of the day we just walked around the camp and talked to the guys who owned the camp. While walking around with the camp owners and looking at the camp, a guy came back from his hunt and killed a bear. They had them all set up in front of their camp sign and on a rock to take pictures. After we saw the bear, we fished the rest of the day on boats to go catch some walleye and pike. The scenery out in the water was beautiful too. The water was crystal clear and the weather up there was just perfect. So we figured out where we were hunting, and my stand was actually 19 miles away. It was the third furthest stand away from the camp. The furthest stand was 22 miles, so we had to take a gator out and take it to our stands because we were so far out. So the first day I hunted, I didn't see much bear activity, but I did have a lot of squirrels and rabbits running around. The hares that were there, they are definitely a lot bigger than the rabbits we have here. And the squirrels there, they were much more active as well. Climbing trees, running around like crazy. They even climbed my tree and got probably 3 feet from me without being spooked or startled that I was there. So now I've been in the stand for 2 days and nothing has hit my barrel and nothing has hit my bait. But the third night I walked in, my barrel was knocked over and all the bait that was inside was eaten out of it. So I knew then and there that a bear has been there. So now the 4th day I hunted, nothing showed up. Bait was hit. The 5th day I showed up, nothing happened. The bait was hit again. But the 6th day I hunted, that's when I heard a lot of thrashing and a lot of crashing coming in the woods in front of me. And right then and there, I knew something big was coming. And I knew that this was my chance. And about 25 yards in front of me, I saw a bear's head stick right out from all this thick brush. And I started to shake. That bear walked right to my bait, slid over a tree, and sat 10 yards right in front of me, just sat down and started eating the bait. That bear was in front of me for about 10 minutes before I could get a shot because it was walking all around. I didn't really have a clear shooting lane, and I was not going to mess this up. So I waited and waited and waited, and finally that bear took 3 steps to its left and was perfectly broadside. I made a perfect shot on it, double lung, and it ran 40 yards and died. So the rest of the night, I got my bear back to the camp, and actually another guy from my camp shot a bear as well. We got both of our bears back, skinned them out, butchered them up, and they pulled teeth out of the bear to age the bears. Then we went to bed around 2 a.m. after we finished and woke up at 8 the next day. While the other guys were going to hunt, we just stayed at the camp, stayed at the cabin, and fished all day. fished for some walleye and some pike. And there's actually some whitefish there too, so we fished for that. And there's perch. So we were catching a lot of different fish. And that was just the last day while we were there. So it was pretty cool. So the last day we were there, 2 guys were hunting. The other 4 guys left. And I was just helping pick up the hunters and drop them off. So on our way back to pick them up, the truck actually broke down. And I had to run 12 miles back to camp in the pitch black with 12% on my phone. And on my way while I was running back, I heard animals running to my right, animals running to my left. On a gravel road, pitch black, couldn't see. But I had to run all the way back to camp to get another truck to pick up these hunters. It took me 3 hours to get all the way back. It was a rough run. It was freaky because it was pitch black. I heard stuff running next to me. So I had to run faster and faster to get away. But it was one of the scariest experiences I've had. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a comment, like, subscribe, and tell us what you guys want next. So catch you later.